but I know you say, my daughter, don't cry now, I'm in a better place. My daughter, don't cry now, I have everything. It pains me every morning, waking up, not seeing your face. But I know you say, my daughter, don't cry now, I'm in a better place. My daughter, don't cry now, I have everything. Mama, life without you, it's so difficult, it's unbearable. And life would have been perfect with you. You are the best mom in the world. No one can ever take your place. I love you, I miss you, Mama. It pains me.
Yes, hello everyone. How are you everyone, our followers, and I'm sure the fans for Primrose Maronde. A very good afternoon, everyone. Today we have got Primrose Maronde, and she's popularly known as Lady P in short. She sings Afro-pop music. We are going to hear much from her. She stays in Harare, Maubra, and she has been in the music industry, I'm sure, for quite some time. Mascati, how are you, Primrose?
Good afternoon, Stewie. Good afternoon, Zimbabwe.
Yes. So to start with, before we can go any further, maybe if you can just try to make the viewers know much of you. Who is Primrose Maronde? And yeah, that's in brief. Just maybe introduce yourself to the show.
Okay. I'm Primrose Maronde. I stay at Maubra Thorn Park in Harare. I'm a 24-year-old, an upcoming R&B and Afro-pop artist. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. I want to start to ask, I'm sure, straight into today's business. You are into R&B and Afro-pop music. That's the genre which you yourself you sing. Then at times there is, I'm sure it's a male-dominated type of genre. Kwakati one day one wechirume ikoko. Did you start singing R&B and Afro-pop, or you changed? And what pushed you to join this male-dominant genre?
Okay. I started with R&B music, then I shifted to Afro-pop. What made me change is the comments I get from my audience that I should change to Afro-pop to something that has more vibe. Yeah.
So professionally, when did you start singing? And I mean, combining everything, R&B, Afro-pop. Wakanyazotanga kuimba rini kuchikoro here or whatsoever, this professional music?
I started last year in January to record, but musically I started when I was still in primary level. Yeah.
Also, you started professionally. You recorded your music last year, and can you tell us
Yes.
in brief? You recorded an album, or it was? I mean, you guys, you talk at times you talk of tracks, like how many tracks? Was it an album? etc.
Last year I recorded an album which contains about 12 tracks, and this
12.
year I'm just concentrating on singles.
So tell me something. How is your music being accepted in the community in where you are in Maubra, in Harare, in Zimbabwe? Tell me something. Is your music being played in these radio stations? At times, just excluding this COVID period, at times before that, were you being hired maybe to gigs and you play your music? Just to share with us that part.
Okay, my music is only played at Ya FM, Shavani, currently. That's the only station it has been played. I used to do some shows in Mashingo. That's when I used to do some shows before the lockdown started.
But tell me something. How difficult is it maybe for a musician, uh, especially an upcoming musician like yourself? You are still new, and maybe your wish and your desire is to make your music being played maybe in all stations which are in Zimbabwe. So
Yeah.
how is it difficult? How is it difficult? What makes your music? Who do you approach? I mean, can you try to enlighten that? Because as we don't know, we just hear your music being played. We don't know what happens behind the scene. Is it difficult maybe for your music to be played at, I mean, ZBC to play your music or this other Star FM, etc.? What happens there?
It's really difficult in terms of finance, in terms of recording the music. It's really difficult to do it on your own. Mostly to be successful, you need someone who can sponsor you through it, or in terms of videos and stuff. In terms of marketing your music and managing your music, you need someone who can push you. On your own, it's really difficult.
So are we saying that there is an element of maybe marketing your music so that the corporate world, the companies can come on board and then help you and then assist you so that your music can be heard in the many radio stations? Is it what you're saying?
Yes, yes, it's not easy for someone to identify you. Yeah.
So before we can talk of radio stations, let's just maybe finish the professional part of you musicians. Only last week, if I'm not mistaken, there was an issue of one of the, I mean, top song, and then there was an issue of ownership. Do you have yourself, just to ask yourself, do you have a manager yourself who manages your, I mean, your business, your music, your career? Do you have a manager yourself?
No, I don't. I've been doing things on my own.
So I'm sure in one way or the other, I can try to encourage you that by the time maybe when you happen to meet your manager, somehow I realized that a lot of artists, I'm sure if you check the trend, a lot of artists, they've got management, but I'm sure there is no paperwork which ties them, like maybe, I mean, the way you are going to run your business, when you have got the sales, how is it going to come by? I'm sure somehow, that is the critical area there. And there is another part again which I want to ask from you in regards to the social platforms. Are you
Yes.
also making use of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram on your music?
Yes.
And which username are you using? Let's say maybe on YouTube.
I use Lady P, my stage name.
Okay, so does it mean that from last year, before this COVID, this Corona thing, at one time you have been hired to perform, and were you ever hired since you started professionally last year, January, up until before this pandemic?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I'm sure that's where management is needed. In one way or the other, I'm sure the issue to do with management can be needed there. But nevertheless, there are some people who are just joining us right now, and what we want is just to give them a taste of your music, and you're going to tell us that is it part of the previous recorded tracks, or is something which is going to come. So I'm sure to our viewers, we are going to just play a very short piece of work of Primrose work, just for everyone to hear the talent.
He pains me every morning, waking up, not seeing your face. But I know you say, my daughter, don't cry now, I'm in a better place. My daughter, don't cry now, I have everything. He pains me every morning, waking up, not seeing your face. But I know you say.
Right. I'm sure it might be this song or one of the songs whereby you talked about am I, I'm sure maybe something like one who lost his or her mother. I just wanted to ask you something. What made you to write you wrote this song? What was the drive? What motivated you to write this song? Was there anything bad which has happened? And can you share that to us?
I wrote that song when I lost my mom in 2017. Yeah, that's when I lost her. It's a dedication to her.
Oh, okay. But prior to her death, she knew that you've got this talent, or it's something which then came up after the loss?
She knew.
Okay. We are sorry on that. But one thing I realized to you artists is that at times you write or you sing reality, something which happens in our life. Some other people, they write what they say they dream. So tell us, can you share to us when you're writing your songs?
When I write my songs,
Mm.
when I come up with the lyrics, mostly it's what I experience in life, what goes on in my life. That's when I can come up with lyrics.
Ndezvipi, what are your plans? What are your desires in the event that maybe today the corporate world have heard your, I mean, they are hearing your problem that maybe you need funding. And then fortunately, one of the companies or a funder comes by. What your first priorities which you need to do so that you uplift your career? Zvinhu zvaungade kutanga kuita kana pakaita donor auya or a funding company or an institute funding you, what are your plans which you want to do maybe so that you make visibility, you make yourself marketable, your music and everything?
The opportunity to do videos. That's the first plan I have, and also the marketing to increase. Yeah,
And
those are my plans.
what about the equipment? Are you having everything when it comes to equipment? Because I know that your field needs, I mean, very good equipment, good sounds, and everything. Are you sorted when it comes to equipment?
I also like to be able to go to the best studios, record at the best studios. That's the other thing.
There are certain challenges. We know very well that maybe our arts industry in the country, as we speak right now, is facing some challenges. Are you still remembering some of the challenges which you faced yourself when you were recording your first tracks or your first album? Are you still remembering some of the challenges? And if they were there, how did you manage to overcome them?
I can't say I had any challenges in my first experience of recording.
Or, okay, all right. But
Yeah.
you as an artist, a female artist, do you
Yes.
have other advices which you can try to give to the upcoming who are yet to be professional the way you are? Do you have any advice, anything to encourage them?
Yes. All I can say is that they shouldn't give up on music. I know sometimes it will be difficult, sometimes it will be hard to the extent that you might think to give up. So you mustn't give up until you make it.
That's very great. You see now, I mean, those people who achieve success, if you sit down and hear their story, they've got a long story which you can cover, maybe a textbook or a novel. But I wanted to check something. Music industry has not been spared when it comes to hackers. You said part of your music, you're also in. We can also access you through maybe YouTube, Facebook, and all kind of stuff. Do you have any plans, or have you tried your level best to protect your music? For an example, on YouTube, many Zimbabwean artists have been victims there. You produce a track or an album, it's selling well. It has got many viewership, and hackers they just come and attack your account. Have you ever tried your best level to make sure that your social platforms they are protected from hackers?
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm sure it's one of the areas which I'm sure I will try by my best to encourage you, because if you can check what they normally do is that because right now you are an upcoming, you are yet to have maybe many subscribers, or your viewership is very low. But when in the event that maybe you made a breakthrough and you have got 1 million subscribers and viewership, they can even try to do what they did to a number of our artists. We have got that Wadio Pamoyo group, their account was also hacked. So I'm sure in one way or the other, you also need to then make sure you protect that way. 5 years from now, 5 years from now, how do you see yourself?
5 years from now, I see myself as a successful artist. Yeah.
I'm sure you need to expand the successful how.
Successful as in that by 5 years' time, I should make it by then into the music industry. Should be on top by then.
I'll ask you a question which is a bit tricky in that it also covers the arts industry of Zimbabwe. It covers yourself. It covers the whole of other artists. I was reading some few days ago. I realized that there's an organization, I'm sure, which represent you guys. I'm sure it is Zimuro or something like that. But my
Yes.
question, I don't know if you know about it. Then my question is, it has got, I don't know, is it subscription fees, or is it joining fees, or is it membership fees? But those fees, they are in United States dollars. The currency is US dollars. And a lot of people, they were saying the fees are too much or they are too high. What is your advice, or what is your own opinion? The organization which represent you, what can they do better to cater for your welfare in a number of what you think here, just feel comfortable? Zvii zvimwe zvaunofungira iwewe kuti zvavangaite zvingabatsiridze talent and zvingabatsiridze maartists, chiincluda nyaya iyi yekuti mafees acho I'm sure they are very high, other issues zvaungangofunge iwewe, because you are now in the industry, so I'm sure one or two of your points can be regarded one of the days.
What I can say is about their subscriptions and fees. I know nothing about it, but all I know is that they're doing a good thing by identifying the talent out there and sponsoring for them.
And are there anything, some of the things which, I mean, you wish that organization to do for you guys?
Yes, to identify the talent and sponsor for that talent. And let me.
I will be okay. Okay, so but I will be having about two questions which I'm going to ask you. We are almost finishing now, and I just need your contribution there. We have situations or a scenario whereby a lot of artists, to your case, and maybe others who are going to come, and the experienced one, those who have been in the industry for a long time. We have situations whereby you can make a great fortune, make more money in this industry. But the unfortunate thing which we normally see is that towards maybe your pensionable age, some of the artists won't be having something which they can show to say, for the past 10, 20 years, I was successful musician. I managed to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you have plans yourself in the event that you are now successful? Do you have plans of investing or other plans to make sure when you are in the pensionable zone or period, you are not going to be destitute? You are not going to be someone whereby the community or the country can say, okay, Primrose is not feeling well. Can we contribute dollar, the whole country, and make Primrose go to hospital? Do you have those plans now?
Yes.
Maybe you can share with us one or two of them.
When I'm successful, my plans is that I finance my maybe computer company, that company whereby I can train people.
Okay. And the other thing, I'm sure, sorry, I forgot, I skipped here, and I'm sure also yourself, you also did not mention it. Besides music, what other things are you doing in life?
I'm studying IT at Mashingo Polytechnic.
That's great. That's great.
Yes.
So your profession, IT, is there any link or any help it brings to your music?
Yes.
In terms of what you can share with us?
In terms of like IT, in terms of technology, it also contributes.
Okay, so we are almost now finishing the interview show. I'm sure it will be very cruel if you go without maybe making our viewers hear from you, like right now, you singing a part of any of your songs. In brief, we just want to hear you singing, and then maybe I'll ask you the last question and we close the program. So I'm sure this is your time. Can you just give us a part? Mongoti pakanzwisa timbonzo kuti zvakamira sei.
Okay.
Yes.
What about the good nights? What about the good times? When you used to say you love me, what about us? What are the good days? No matter what, you won't let go.
Thank you. Talent is there. Talent is there. So, Kumba, your parents, your siblings, your friends, your relatives, when you were starting up until now, are they supporting you?
They haven't been quite supportive, but now they are starting to support. But my church has been supporting me fully. My ECG church and my pastor, Pastor George, have been supportive, really supportive.
That's super and wonderful. I'm sure at one time, some of all of them, those who were reluctant, those who were not supporting you, I'm sure as days go by, I'm sure they'll come on board. So it has been wonderful. It has been awesome having you on the show. We thank you for, the talent. All we wish is for you to just to hear that Primrose anetsa paZimbabwe apa. Ari kuimba afropop yanetsa. Ndo zvatoda kunzwa izvozvo. I'm sure any plans of launching, are you gonna launch any album or a track anytime soon?
Yes. After a month from now, I'm planning to launch an EP.
EP is called what? Yeah, I said Tomboziwe.
Come again?
I'm saying you said they are going to make an EP. So I'm just saying, what do you mean when you are saying EP?
An EP is a mean of an album.
Oh, okay. All right. No, Primrose, it has been wonderful. It has been awesome having you here, Primrose Maronde, and your stage name is Lady P. I'm sure I'm correct there. We wish you all the best.
Yes.
I'm sure what we are going to do is just we are going to call you back before even October, before November, just to hear, how your launched album then, how is it, being accepted. We wish you all the best. May the good Lord bless you. You can say something to the viewers. You can say something to the followers before we close the show.
All I want to say is never give up. Follow your dream, follow your passion, no matter what, until you make it.
Yes. There's okay. I'm sure these people, they were sending some messages, but I'm not so sure. Their messages are blank. So, but these are some of the people who are following us, and we thank them so much for supporting the program. We wish you all the best, Primrose. May the good Lord bless you. I'm sure we are now signing out. Have a good day. Have a wonderful day. May the good Lord bless you.